Guru, can you take us away with this bowl?
Yes, this is a delicious bowl of pho. My power snack. Gotta have one every Wednesday.
And it's glowing. It is glowing, and welcome everybody to the Justice for Hire app test session. Thank you, Guru Merkaba, who's joining us today. I'm Jan. We have our CTO, Andra, both in character and out of character. And we do this every week. So this is how we get the app to get better and better and better through workshopping it as a community. And if you ever want to join these test sessions, you can just let us know right through the app, justiceforhire.app. Go right there and press join the test team, and you'll see the banners. And there's so many different ways. So always reach out, and you can join these test teams to help us make this cinematic universe, the app that houses our cinematic universe, that much better every week. So with that said, we have some stuff coming up too. Some great stuff. Just pay attention to what's happening on Justice for Hire. We have a campaign launching in the coming days where you can own a piece of Real World, the company that's producing Justice for Hire. This is our equity crowdfunding campaign. It'll be out soon. It'll be starting in coming days. So if you're interested in owning a piece of the future of filmmaking, in which all of us are making movies and shows together as an audience, as producers, as directors, as creators, then go and check out that campaign on WeFunder that'll be starting sooner rather than later in the coming days. So we're just getting some final paperwork off, and the second that that's off, we pull the trigger. So check us out, Real World, REELWURLD on WeFunder. And we'll see you soon. That's on. I'm muting myself now.
Thank you, Jen. Hi, thanks again for being here. As my hoodie says, long story short, is that on Wednesdays we test new functionality, and we're stabilizing and we're polishing the experience together. You can join as a character. You can create your own character in the cinematic universe, take on missions, challenges, create missions, and chat with other cast members. So for today, what we have planned, we enabled a privacy toggle for creation of missions, and we're going to go through the tests as usual on justforheroes.app. You create a character, please use the prefix test in brackets, and after you join, you create a mission. So after that you can take on, but that's not the scope of the test today. The scope of the test is to create a mission, to create it as private or public, and then change this privacy mode to it from the list and from the profile, and in the same time change its cover photo. So without further ado, please start, update your version of the app as usual until we launch the button for actually installing the app. Go to the browser and make sure that you clear the cache, or you open in an incognito window, and that's how you're going to get the latest version of the app on your device. We're focused on mobile first, but if you happen to test on desktop, just let us know. It works there too, also. So yeah, let's just start with this. All these sessions are recorded. Disclaimer, we need to say it. All these sessions are recorded. They go on Justice for Hire YouTube channel, and eventually we're gonna put all our content on the cinematic universe. But until then, just so you know, you're gonna be on YouTube if you're on this app test session or on any of our events.
So create a new user, right?
Create a new character, create a new user, a new character. I like to call it character.
I can just make up an email.
Yeah, the email doesn't matter. Just make up an email.
Guru, you want to do a hero? I'll do a villain, or do you want to do a?
I'll do a client, because for client, I mean, clients can Yeah, clients can create missions, but they cannot take on missions. So that's going to be an interesting test as well. Yes, I'm standing up so you can see my long story short.
Now, I'm wondering. It's just a question. Is our camera generating, is our camera generating an image of what the camera's seeing rather than showing what the camera's seeing? So because this is I'm just wondering why the quality is grainier here in our camera than it is on the native camera. So
it's the finish your question.
So yeah, so from in my experience, when you see like a drop in quality, it's normally because it's going through some form of filter, or it's a copy of an original, so that the copy loses, let's say, a generation of clarity. So I'm just wondering why that is on like, why am I seeing that? The fuzz.
It's opening the camera from the phone. It's not implemented. It's not our camera. It's a native camera of the device.
So that's exactly what I'm saying. Is that, do you know why there's a difference between the native camera of the device when I open the native camera app and the
no, I'll
app?
look into it.
Okay.
Just make a note, but
Okay.
I don't see the difference. I know you have a different eye for this, but
Sure, I'll take a screenshot.
can you see that difference also on what Jen's saying, Guru?
You're gonna have to repeat it to me. Sorry.
Sure, Guru. I'm just saying that I am saying that my native iPhone camera, when I open it up, my picture is more clear than the JFH camera. And obviously the JFH camera is just the same camera. I'm just wondering why it's fuzzier. It's a softer image.
Oh, that's because of the internet. So what you're doing is you're using the cameras from the internet. So the internet is grabbing a hold of the image that your camera is picking up, but what it's being sent across is the signal of, the internet, the Wi-Fi, whatever it is you're using, and then it's being placed on the actual server itself. So your camera, no matter how good it is going to be whatever the base quality is of the hosting site.
So that's super interesting. That's essentially what I was. Andra, how do you feel about his answer?
Yes, it makes sense, but here is where we go into discussion about the bandwidth, about the allocated.
Yes.
About the bandwidth, about how much memory you have, how your device connects to the internet, and that's a factor.
Interesting. Yeah. So I just opened up Instagram Live, and I'm getting a different frame rate than my native camera also. So I think that's
this is why
analysis.
when we had the conversation a couple of weeks ago with the European versus American 25 versus 24 frames, I've asked you, we can have this conversation now, like this is our opportunity to set the default experience. And if it's grainier, that means we can increase or decrease. This is where you, the content creators and the experts in video quality need to voice out what's the best experience for you, because then I can adjust the camera as such, the camera settings. Jen.
No, I'm listening. I'm comparing TikTok's quality. I'm very interested in this because something like TikTok and Instagram have apps essentially like they're installed on here. So I would not, and Guru, I totally understand what you're saying, and that's essentially what I was alluding to by a generation's difference. Like the original quality image is one level, and then a generation down, it is not the same type of clarity.
Right.
So I am wondering about this because I would assume that I shouldn't need to, and I don't believe I need to have connectivity to the internet to open up the camera on Instagram or TikTok. And it wouldn't make sense to me. I mean, I've definitely been underground in the train with no internet and taken an Instagram photo and then been able to upload that before. So it wouldn't make any sense to me for my, it would cost, if we're really talking about bandwidth, it would cost you to send the image from your phone to the server and then have it sent back to your phone to degrade the image. So therefore, it doesn't make sense to me that's it does make sense to me that might be happening on our web app. But again, I think that this is.
Can you download the app? Can you add to your home screen and see if this is the case?
That's an interesting thing to test. Test adding to home screen. I already have one added to my home screen, so let's try that.
This is a great conversation to have, and it's great that we got to the point where we can discuss this, because this is what we can workshop this as a community.
I press upload later.
And then I will implement them.
I've never had to spend cameras open on my phone before. Yeah, there's definitely a difference in frame rate and the blacks, like the texture of the blacks.
Yeah, so this is because you're in edit mode. I think this is a great opportunity to analyze the quality of the videos and come up with the settings so I can set the camera in the app as such.
Sure, yeah. Just let me know what the options are for what we can set. And I think this is. Yeah, I'm not fully aware of what this is something I've noticed for a long time now. But we've had other priorities, and I do want to get back to the other things we really want to test today. But this is definitely something that should be noted. We can discuss it.
This also goes into what we discussed about the post MVP video editing, and this is also one of the many things that we have in the product roadmap.
Yeah, I mean, this is, well, I'd say this is foundational, because this is far before, this is just the quality of like image, so it's I wouldn't say it has much to do with editing, because we're not doing that just yet. It's just like
it has to do with capturing.
Yeah, it's just a matter of us being able to grab something and like what quality. Hmm. Everything about about the quality of an Instagram video and or a TikTok video, which is always lower quality than a native professionally produced video or even video on your phone for the most part. There's a compression. So I think what I'm seeing is just like the beginning stage of the compression process. Not to say that's not a compression process, but I'm saying we're capturing it. It seems like we're capturing it on a lower quality, and if we can adjust that, but then there's a conversation of how are we compressing these videos like after capture, and what is the quality of output, which is interesting because that's going to directly affect, let's say, anybody when we edit. I think that's going to.
Welcome.
Isn't it the big muscle himself, creator? Take it down, Cowboys and UFC fighters.
I'm gonna mute you, creator. Mute you, Pokemon.
Oh wow! Nice. Nice.
Yeah, that's happening when you hang out with amazing 7-year-olds, not 6-year-olds, 7-year-olds. Creator, we're testing the creation of missions and the changing of the privacy for them. So you can create a test account, please prefix it with test, create a mission, and then try to change. If you create it as a public mission, then change it to private and back. And but please, everything that you create, prefix it with test in brackets. So it's gonna be easier for me to.
My mission has been created.
Okay.
Please watch it and love it.
I mean, either way, unless you want to keep the content, I'm gonna remove the content after the.
No, it's fine. I don't care. I have it recorded and saved to my phone. I will enjoy it.
Okay. Lack of puns. Okay.
My villain name is definitely not a YouTuber. A test, of course.
Okay. Can you change it to private?
I had posted it private and I changed it to public. I can change it back to private. It is now private.
I love that Vintage's new profile image. Very dope.
Mm-hmm.
Making a mission.
I also changed the cover image.
Okay, so it worked.
Yes.
So it worked. Awesome. Then because you're on because you're on Android, can you go on the world page? This is the second test for today. On the world page and try to see if, not try, Go and play one video on the missions tab. See if it opens full screen. First test. If it opens full screen, minimize it, see if it stops playing and it resets to the thumbnail, or if it continues to play. We're trying to, and this is one of Jen's favorite parts, we're trying to see if the issue with playing multiple videos at once still reproduces, but it shouldn't.
For me, so I played it when the full screen. After it was done playing, it didn't automatically minimize. It just stayed with the play button ready at the ready.
And okay, that's in the works. And if you escape, if you press back on the camera, does it minimize and resets to the thumbnail?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Okay, great. And we had another issue that if you go on the profile that you created, remember we implemented a new profile guide, which in each tab tells you to write your backstory, go here. If you press on edit profile from the backstory tab, does it take you straight to the in character tab?
Yes.
Cool, awesome. I won't try the immersive mode anymore for our recordings because last time and the first time that I did,
You had too much fun.
I almost lost the recording. And these sessions are so valuable, that that I don't want to risk losing them. They're very valuable for us. But I don't know if it was because of the immersive mode or because that day the internet in the office
So when I make public, it should, hold on. So it doesn't automatically load on the missions page when you make it public?
no, what?
No,
it does.
Okay, it's not automatically loading.
Where are you?
I just made something public and then I went to World on Missions tab.
Well, if you create a mission, you will see it in the hero flow, not on the world, because the missions that you see on the world are the missions that are completed, not created. So it should load.
Yep, it's right there. It's right on the hero.
Can you make it private straight from there if you press on the three dots?
I sure can. Great.
Okay.
And I only have that permission on my content, which is fantastic.
Yeah, and play with changing of the cover as well.
I'm gonna do that too. I'm gonna make it public again. Love the mod. I read so much Dr. Seuss, it's now ingrained.
The only issue I'm finding is I can't play Jans.
You cannot play Jen's.
Yeah, I cannot play his mission video.
Interesting. Let's see. Hero.
Lots of bombing everywhere. That's such a bomb.
Mom.
Yeah, it doesn't pop up for me like that. It just has a break in the picture. Hold on, let me see.
I'm
no,
playing
not again.
yours, and it's not playing for me yet. I assume it's a server issue because I'm just getting a black screen.
It's an issue of it was filmed. It's great that we're getting into this.
Should there be video?
Yeah. So it's because it was filmed on. It's a setting that I put to all the others, but I missed it here. So when it's filmed on the iPhone, it's filmed in QuickTime. So the mode, it's QuickTime, and Android doesn't play QuickTime. And Android records MOV. So MOV needs to be played differently on iPhone. We've had this issue before.
Hold on. You're saying that Androids record MOV, but MOV is QuickTime.
How the player sees it, it doesn't say it. Like if I record on iPhone, it records QuickTime, but Android won't play it because it's not supported. So I need to put a setting to the camera, which all the other players have.
Can we record in MP4, which is lower quality than QuickTime, but more universal?
No, it's just how you play it. We can record it in any way, but it's how we play it, how I set the player to play it.
Okay, so can we set the recording and the player to be MP4?
Yes.
Because if we're recording QuickTime and there's a discrepancy between Apple's version of QuickTime
and Android,
and then we can't allow people to upload QuickTime movies, which has been an issue in the past. Maybe that's changed, but I do remember that being an issue.
That's changed because it was fixed. This is the place where it wasn't. So we just caught a case where it wasn't fixed.
So I think the challenge is when we're talking about either people downloading, which it's not really a conversation yet, but being forward thinking here is that if every other platform standard is MP4 and then we have a QuickTime movie platform, like there's got to be a reasoning for that decision.
And we have it depending on we don't have it. We need to have it. We just leave it to the devices settings.
Yeah.
And this is the moment where even with the devices settings, we need to have our own standard, which we impose, which connects to how it's filmed, which connects to how it's played. So.
Okay. So we just need to have a standards conversation.
Yes. Thanks for catching that. We've had this issue before, and this is a screen. This is a case which was not covered, so it's good. Thank you.
So just to ask another question on this, because this is, I think, really interesting. So if someone says, I can get you a QuickTime or an MP4, and you're producing professional content, you say, get me that QuickTime, because it's a better, it is a better form of compression.
Yes, that's
so. My question is, what I just said about MP4 and that being universal, that if we have fixed the issue where people can upload QuickTime or MP4, which it is, it's
just about the playing now.
Okay, so what I'm wondering is if our standard is QuickTime and that higher quality in comparison to MP4 is maintained, because we actually have to have visually it needs to look better than an MP4, and the quality, you have to have a really refined eye for this, so
I'm wearing glasses, so I'm relying on you guys.
What I'm getting at is that there might be advantage for us, given that everybody who is on the JFH platform has the opportunity to be in professionally released content, meaning shows and films, that we make the standard the higher quality format. So the
So
only
wait, you make the standard at capturing or you make the standard at editing, because it's a separate conversation.
so if we don't capture high quality, then we can't edit high quality. So it has to start at the capture. And that being said, there's also limitations given bandwidth, given our current stage, and also given
This is yeah.
So this is a larger conversation, but it might. I think it does start with what are we allowing to be captured on the phone first, and what is because whatever that is should look great.
Mhm.
As great as we can get it for our current stage, because this stuff costs money. The more we start putting the quality higher, the more bandwidth it costs us, the more etc. There's just a lot more stuff that we as a company, we need to grow into being able to do certain things at a certain level.
These are great problems to
Yeah,
have.
wonderful challenges to have. Hence the equity crowdfunding campaign launching in days. But so yeah, this is I think a really important.
This is why we started a couple of weeks ago to discuss, me and Jen, and this is a great opportunity to discuss with the team, with the app test team, and with the community, to come to a standard. Because if you remember, even when you shoot your own videos and you get the assets, in the assets email we say for best playing qualities, and this is the case for Instagram, but we're aiming, I personally aim to not have this comparison anymore in conversations, but just to come up with the best with the standards for our platform, which I will implement as the CTO, and which will set the precedent for all our content prior to editing, and also post during editing. Any thoughts? Thank you, creator, for being here.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That ceiling is fantastic too. You definitely shoot something in slow, whether it's slow motion or not, with that wonderful ceiling, which looks like a scene out of the Matrix, especially with your Naruto headband going on. So, okay, so the function, everything that you wanted to test. I mean, I assume there's more, or maybe there isn't. But
it was just the edit profile. If it takes you straight to the in-character profile, there was a note that we got last week from you.
And okay, so
it's a new profile. You go on the backstory.
Oh, okay. Press the back edit profile button, and I'm
Klaus.
Welcome, Sensei Klaus.
Klaus.
Hey, how you guys been?
Missing you.
Yeah, I had to work last Wednesday,
Okay, well, I'm glad we have you here.
Just a real quick tangent, Sensei, and Guru, you should hear this too. So an idea came up called Fit Santa for this holiday season, and doing a Fit Santa challenge, and potentially dressing up and doing some superhero stuff in a cut off Santa kind of outfit and a beard. So that might be a fun thing to shoot little action scenes dressed as Santa for everybody. And maybe have some dancing while rapping Fit Santa, Fit Santa, Fit Santa. So just thinking about all this stuff.
Sounds kind of like the TikTok of us.
Yeah.
That could work though.
Some fun bonus stuff like, hey, it's holiday season. Go and do a mission. Kind of cool.
Yeah, and all those t-shirts from first round, and yeah, I mean, it's too much. I won't divulge more, but Sensei Klaus, we implemented the change cover photo. So that's what you missed last week. Change cover photo on any piece of content, both on the content created and on the content completed. I refer to it like this because it's the call to action videos, which are missions, and completed are missions completed or challenges completed, which is two different types of content for me. But for any piece of content, we should be able, we are now able on the app to change privacy mode and its cover photo. So that's the major test.
Hold on.
And we added the new
I'm gonna have to move it. You're good. I moved it.
Guru, you good?
Nope, sorry. I just did not mute myself.
No. Yeah, just if you want to add something, please feel free. And then we were trying to see if playing multiple videos at once still reproduces on Android. And because you both you and Guru have Android phones, I'm relying on you, and Jen has the test
Droid.
on Android phone.
I'm creating another
Okay.
client profile.
Okay, so what are we doing right now then?
Create a new profile and create a test piece of content, a test mission, and see if you can change its privacy mode from public to private and back into private. Prefix everything with test, please. And and yes, that's the major test.
And then anything for me to do on the back end?
Let me see. So you said that even if it stopped, that's the note, and it's that's still in the works. See if so. I noted that once it stops playing, it doesn't minimize. But please confirm or not if you minimize it, if it resets to the thumbnail.
It does.
Okay, cool. Then just play with the app and see what you can break in it, because it shouldn't be too many places or any, unless you're Jen.
Sweet. How you guys get such good quality on your videos? Jeez. I'm scouring the watch page and things like that, and I just happened on episode 4, and I'm like, wow, this quality is really good.
Well, that's premium content on the watch page. That's
I'm
why.
saying.
Well, that's called editing, and that's where we want to get with the platform, with the app. But we need
Gotta step my game up.
we need a few more things for that, but we're gonna get there together.
So my mission is that quipping doesn't stop in formal films.
Quipping as in with
Telling quick witty, having quick witty responses to something.
Oh.
Which doesn't happen in Black Panther, which is one of the reasons it's a standout film.
Yeah, I mean,
he's like, there's no quipping at all. He's just silent.
Please remove this from YouTube. But if I tell that I haven't watched Black Panther, you're gonna be like,
you've never seen Black Panther? That's shocking.
Yeah, I know. That was Chad's reaction too. And most of my friends. I will watch it only in due time. I'm focused on making movies, not on watching movies. My favorite line.
Yeah.
That's my favorite line. The only thing I'll watch is what we create together.
So I'm getting this on both. Yeah, I already sent you a message on
No,
hey, Guru, is your alignment off when you create a mission? Because it's off in villain and in client accounts on my end.
Wait, can you repeat that? Is it off in what?
See how the alignment on my screen in the review page is off, and it's
that's weird. Mine wasn't like that.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so maybe it's just I don't.
Sensei, let me know if you have any questions.
Should be all right.
Okay, good.
Remember which one of you guys is Wildcat. Did you put is yours intentionally white, your screen, your mission?
Yeah, so what I was gonna do was add a I was gonna add a what you call that cover photo afterwards, but it's popping up as completely white. I'm not quite sure. I didn't make the video white.
Just click on its right hand corner.
Oh,
And again, my screen is black on my end as well.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so we have a few edge cases. Let's figure out.
yeah, it's not. The playback is still black and also
Okay.
choppy.
Okay.
Oh, testicles. Now I get it. Okay,
Ah,
I didn't get that.
I think we have to have a freestyle challenge. Didn't we have a freestyle challenge?
We've had some soft stuff. Well, when we do something like that, I think it's got to be a little bit more focused, given the caliber of certain members of our community. So.
Okay, so the playback issue and the white cover in certain cases. I think.
Oh, there's the fun.
What else were you able to break in the app, Guru?
That's what I'm here for, breaking the app. I'm still going through it.
And I'm here to fix it.
Right on.
Maybe I should take on one of these missions. Yeah, take on the mission. When I was a villain, I gotta exit the app.
I might have something.
I wasn't
So,
expecting anything less from you. Go ahead.
well, I might not have to double check on this. So, you know, there's that community button when you upload something, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking at a community button display and creators there twice. I'm thinking he might have just done the challenge twice.
Can
So
you?
I'm gonna check on that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Where on the cast page, on the world page in cast?
Specifically for the setting challenge. So I'm just gonna hop over to his profile and see if he did 2 setting challenges.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he did. So that creates another question where if someone double dips on a challenge, do you want them to show up twice? I don't know.
Yes, unless the specifications changed, Jen.
And so you can say that again?
So Sensei Klaus identified 2 pieces of content for the same challenge, and this is acceptable.
Yes, for some challenges you can do multiple times.
Oh no, I mean specifically in the community button, when you see who's completed something, do you want the same user to show up as many times as they complete a challenge?
Yes, because it shows
Oh,
up
what is the community button?
to see who completed.
Oh, the community button. Yes, there we go. I'm almost done with my fast. I'll put some mind fuel in my body in about 15 minutes. All right. So which challenge are you talking about?
Well, it doesn't really matter which one, but setting. So I guess I was wondering if someone completes a challenge, there's still just one user. So I don't know if it should show up twice or 3 times so they complete the challenge more times, you know?
What you're saying. Okay, so hold on. Let's go to. I'm at the setting.
I'm not saying take the content away. I'm just saying the community button feature.
Okay, so just a question here.
Yeah.
Where are you seeing this? Because apparently we need it's going to be valuable for us at some point to have a community button on this page too, because I'm wondering who's done this.
So I'll turn my camera on, show you what I've got.
The world page for the setting challenge.
Yeah, but right now I have to scroll down to find somebody. So I just want more specifics of who to look for.
Creator.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. 2 the same picture.
Okay, I see creators one-liner.
So I don't know, maybe you could put a check mark there or something, but whatever works, works.
Okay, here we go. The setting creator with my video on it. I don't understand. I see what you mean.
It appears twice.
Press it.
Because it's the content. It should be the content, or I don't know, we're defining specifications.
That would be interesting, actually, if it. That you said it's the content. That would be cool if it showed like a screenshot instead of him. So that way, even if he does it twice, you see 2 different challenges, not the same guy twice.
Yeah, I think that's a valuable.
But
Just make a decision, and it's gonna be implemented.
Yeah, I think we should keep the name. Keep name, but show the screenshot of the content, but in the same card shape.
So it should be the content,
The card
but
shape is
not
great.
it should be the delivery module card in the card, the cover of the content, and the name of the user, but not the.
So like I would just take people.
It should be the cover photo of the delivery module, not the profile photo.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the
Okay.
only shape. Like the shape is great because we want to create a visual language and a differentiation between. So this
Mhm.
looks wonderful, and the fact that the name is there is fantastic too. I would just change instead of profile picture have there. I mean, but of course, I just press creator, and rather than taking me to the video that he did, it took me to his profile, and then I have to go and find the video he did. So to a certain extent, we have to figure out and make it rather than that, maybe it's a pop up with that video.
You said that we don't want to pop up.
Yeah, well, somehow we have to. We can't put people into a mode of having to explore for the thing that they were looking at that they thought they. Yeah, that's gonna just stop you from doing something. I mean, most people are just gonna be like, I almost stopped. I was like, oh my. I was like, hold on for a second. We have to do this. Guru?
Yes. So you know what that means. I ended up making, just kind of going through and trying out like some of the challenges. While my test account Wildcat has put in a submission for the superhero kung fu extravaganza challenge, but even when I go to play that on my own profile page and I click either backstory tab or mission tab, it still is playing the video in the background, even when I start another video.
Okay.
As well as it does the same thing and won't play
Mhm.
like the actual video itself, but I can hear audio.
Awesome. Great. Yeah, this is what. Oh, I see the game of the profile photos being. Everyone's upping their game. Like he changed his profile photo now as well.
Yeah, of course. You want your stuff.
It only takes one. It only takes one to do it, and then everyone's. Okay, I'm on the Android as well. I'm reproducing. I'm trying to reproduce that. Yep. So I'm on your profile. I'm trying to play this. It plays here. It doesn't open it full screen. And I cannot stop it.
Who do you think you are?
Yeah, that's been a thing I've come across.
Okay, cool. Thanks. Yeah. Well, the second task of this session was to find the places in the app where the video experience is not yet the desired one. So thank you. And good catch, Sensei, as usual. I'm happy to have you signaling these situations and just make the final decision on the experience that's expected for that the user is expecting versus our. Okay, cool.
I'm here to call you out. Maybe.
This is such a cool piece of content. I love it. When I saw that, I was like, whoa. It makes me want to see the movie. See? Okay, we have 2 more minutes left. Jen?
Thank you.
I'm just putting I think we should go pop up. I just sent you the note. I know we said we didn't want to pop up before, but it's really more so about getting people to watch the thing.
I think we should just play it when you press it and it doesn't open.
Yeah, but if you play it and then you can't comment on it, you can't see who the
oh my god.
So it's all these little things. It's like, okay, sure, it could pop up and play, but then how do I get to that person's profile? Okay, do I have to search them? Like our delivery module has all that stuff already embedded in it, so it's just a matter of boom, it pops on screen, play, and then we can.
So it's not the list of people or user who completed it. It's just the list of content that was completed, which is already a part of that page. So you want to show a part of that page. It has different scope. We said initially that we're gonna see who else completed it.
Sure. So, but if you completed it twice and he's on there twice, then it's no longer. Hold on. Let's see. Let's just take a look at this.
Because if not, I'm gonna end up showing a section of that page in a pop-up, which doesn't make sense.
So okay. So I pressed the community button to get a sense of who else has done this video. Cool. So creator's done this video twice.
So I'm interested
So-
into who completed, not to see what, because I'm already on that.
So I understand, but what does the user want? Like, guys, what are you looking for? When I take my hat, my building real world stuff hat off and just put my user hat on, I'm expecting to see other videos because
It's no, you press on people icon. So how,
Yeah, press on
so
people icon.
Sensei Klaus, I think he was onto something. He was expecting to see people, but he saw people twice. So I think the shortest fix would be to see only one. If someone completed that piece of content more than once, it's just showing the user, because that the title of that pop-up is see people who completed, not see what other content was completed, because you already see the content on the page. We have that for people who completed, and then you go to their profile and see everything else that they completed. So I think I think the main issue is the duplicate. So if someone completed more than once, to show it only once, I think that's where the problem started. I don't know.
I think that all we're doing right now is refining thinking. We should end it in a second. But I do think that, maybe we could split the difference where if you tap the name on the card, it takes you to their profile. If you tap the image on the card, it shows you the video that they created. But again, if someone's created 10 videos for something, then
Show you
then
10
the
cards.
ideal is that it shows you their video and it has an arrow that you can see each one of those videos in order. And like it says 1 of 10, 2 of 10, 3 of 10. Like that's more dynamic thinking, but that's essentially how easy it should be for you to engage the content, because we want people to watch it and we want people to learn. So you learn about somebody by exploring their profile, but you don't, if you're considering doing a mission or a challenge and you want to see who else has done it, and then you press the button and you see who all these people have done it, I want to see what his is like, and then it takes you to their page, and then you have to go and find something. Now you're lost. Like, that's the first sense you're going to get is lost. So, and like, I think we need to make sure that content plays. And again, like I said, we could split the difference potentially. Like, hey, I press this button, it pops up.
Sensei and Guru, I'm just I'm looking at you because you're outside of me and Jen are in this most of the time. So the first issue that we need to fix, and I'm just talking out loud, and I appreciate your feedback, all of you, and Jen as well. The first issue is not showing a user more than once. If a user completed that piece of content more than once, the list shows see who completed. So it should still show only their profiles.
I agree, yes.
Everyone agrees?
That works, yeah.
Is that the expectation? Because it's the expectation met, because we have to meet expectation and to anticipate them as well. So if you press on the list on the icon with people, you expect to see profiles. But then when you press on it, you want to see other content in the pop-up better than taking to the profile of that user where you see any piece of content that they completed.
I mean, yeah, there probably should be, a little bit of separation, because, like, much to what Jan was saying, there will be confusion if you're brought straight to somebody's profile and you have to search through, and it's not something you're used to, like, finding right where it's at. Because it'll say, it might say level up on one of the videos or off the rails short film, and then you'll see, urban action showcase action scene competition and all of these things. Whereas if you can just click it and it pops up with the video that they've made for that at least keeps everything kind of in line. Or alternatively, if you open it up, you can open it up to just see the content that was specifically created for that challenge, mission, whatever. That way it's not you have to click it in order to watch it. You can kind of just scroll through. Oh, snap, I saw creator created something, or there's house, and
My only thing with that is that if I already am on this challenges, I see it's like I see already the list. So if I press on this, it's like I'm going to show a section of the page in this pop-up, which is not.
I think it should actually be bigger than that. So we're not. I think that you should
We
be
still
thinking
need
that,
to look at the profiles here because it's see who completed,
yeah, which is
and
great.
then do what you guys are saying. I'm just trying to wrap it up so we have the conclusion.
Sure, I think the conclusion is see the cards, only one card per person. And I think the easy solution to this is that rather than creators done, let's say I've done a few of one, creators done a few of another, let's just play their latest video. Right, and like until we get to a place where we can press that person's card, and then that video, which should be the latest, pops up, and then you can see every other video they've done in that one challenge, which means that that's a list. That's a larger ask. We don't need that right now.
Yeah.
But what we do need is the most recent video that he's done.
For that specific.
Yeah, for that challenge. So I think that it's if you want to make the card super touch sensitive, then his name should be the profile and the image should be the video. But I think that might also confuse people to the touch because they could still be like, who's creator? Oh, hold on, let me go and search for this person. Yeah. And so they can just go back to the world page and search. But I think that it should be one card per user and then their latest piece of content from that.
Okay.
From that.
So
yes.
This is probably also a big ask, but the way I would do it, given, infinite resources and time.
Thank you.
Yeah, would be to have a tab, right?
Yeah.
So you'd have one tab that's people, one tab that's missions, that's it.
But we have already, that's where we start from. That's the thing. I'm not trying to, that's the thing, because we start from the challenges tab. So if we have a search, if we just add a search on the challenges, that might solve it.
Oh, I mean, when you do the community button thing, right?
Yeah.
So when you hit the community button, I would have two tabs on top. One is people who completed it. The other is the missions themselves. But again, that's a tab in a pop-up, so I don't know if that's, viable or worth it.
I think there's something.
Go ahead, girl.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I was just going to throw this out there really quick. I think a very simple solution, a very cost-effective solution would be to create a filter button.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Yes. So I think that would be the best option right then and there.
Yes.
Like you were mentioning. Yeah, just simple filter button so that it's not you having to create a whole new tab, even though we've started from a tab. It's just a quick little, hey, I just want to see these specific kinds of challenges. And then it loads up all those challenges.
So again, yes, what I said before.
Yes.
Okay, one more question, because we're building this together and I want to play the devil's advocate. I propose the filter to be on the challenges tab. Do you think it should be on the filtering on the filtering on the pop-up? It's a bigger cost. The quickest one is the filter on this tab. The same way as when you go on world, you can search by character. You search character.
Right.
The mission, you can search it by prompt and the challenge as well.
Yes. I think that would be the best.
Yeah. Jen, what do you think?
So you're asking about a search?
We just concluded with them that the quickest and the most cost-effective solution would be to have the filter. We have the filter on world, on the world tab, but we don't have any filter on mission or on challenges.
I mean, in the search.
In the search. Filter search,
Yeah,
yes.
okay.
Filter search. So we need to add the search on these tabs
I
as
was
well.
thinking about that earlier too.
We have it on the client. Remember, I just showed you. So we need to add the search here as well.
Mhm.
And that will solve. And then in here, but still remains here, it will be just the one
card per creator,
card
and then the latest video.
and the
on that.
latest video.
Yeah.
That's that would round up the experience for this phase. And then I would still want to redesign this and have but it's more work to do. I think that for this stage that we are at, this could round out the experience pretty nicely. What do you think?
I think that works, especially you have to think planning for success. The goal is to have a lot of content, and a lot of users. So something like that would really help if that's the state of things. Right now, it's pretty easy to navigate any way we do it just because it's still kind of in the testing phases and there aren't that many users. But yeah, if you think the goal is to have a lot of people using it, then a filter or something is definitely going to be very helpful for that.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's why I suggested it. Okay, awesome. Thank
you
you.
got the big brains.
Yeah. I keep on changing my posture because I love my hoodie. Long story short, this is one of the expressions that I use the most. And on the back,
This is awesome.
and on the back it says that's that. And that's what we do. Long story short and sweet. Okay, so it's 2:10. It's 10 minutes past 2. Thank you. This wraps up the session for today. If there's anything else that you want to add, if not, fingers crossed for our upcoming equity crowdfunding launch. Keep an eye out for everything and anything that we put out in all channels. And Jen, do you want to add anything?
Love you guys. I just posted just now, everybody on this, oh, that's done. Post this up. But yeah, thank you guys. This is super helpful. And thank you for doing these deep dives with us. And separately, in the coming weeks, we should have separate conversations, Guru and Sensei, on like the official work with Real World, because now that we're getting to our equity crowdfunding campaign, stuff is getting filed in Delaware for agreements with our advisors, and the next agreements out, I would like to be getting out to you guys. So I mean, that we'll talk about that. This is not for recording, but I just want you guys to know that that's something that has been many months coming and has been on my mind and our minds, and so it's just a matter of I just want you to know that we have not forgotten, and that this is very much on the priorities list, and already had a talk with our team about it a few days ago. So very soon.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Sounds great.
and I want to have a workshop after with the standards that we're setting, because we're just setting the new standard for the experience for social video, and I think that workshopping it together, it will be extremely valuable. So keep an eye out for that too. Bye.
Woo!
Thank you guys so much.
Bye.
Bye all.
Thank you.
Take
Thank
care.
you.